In the morning when I wake up, I forget to find the time, yeah, to do what I'm not supposed to. We're all rebels by design, yeah, and it's easier to run than to face your own defeat, yeah. And wouldn't it be sweet if we could all live peacefully and die?
You'll win somehow, so give up on the battle, baby. It's hard, I know.
Hey, what's up guys? Already leaving the gym. I decided to not even say anything about what I was having before because if you've seen any of these videos, you already know. But I hope that you like the music at the beginning. That was by Kurt Owen, which is Brian Turner's best friend. So if you've been following along with Brian, you probably already know about him. But he kept mentioning him on his channel, and of course I would go over there and check it out and support him. And I went over there and I really liked the music. I mean, at first I thought it was just gonna be like, you know, doing Brian a favor, oh, check out my friend's music, but I mean, this to me is professional grade stuff. And I got the album. You can buy it on iTunes, which I'll have in the description box below. Well, let's say it better be in the beginning of this video, as long as it does not get banned in some countries. I don't know why some music does that, but every time I include his music, I get flagged for copyright. But that's alright. I'm never gonna make any YouTube cash with this music addiction I got going on. So I tried to include it in, I've tried to include it in some other videos as well. I don't know if you guys have seen those yet or not, but I really enjoy it. You guys know when I'm going to the gym that I'm listening to Rich Homie or Kevin Gates, but when I'm, you know, just at work or when I'm driving or something, that is a style of music that I like as well. I really like any style of music, to be honest with you. So I hope that you guys liked it. Be sure to go check out his YouTube page, and he's got some good stuff, and Brian and LP are also doing some videos for him. So it's a pretty cool thing that's going on. So once I get home, I will finally show you guys some food, and that's what I'm going to show you right now. And we're going to keep it very simple today. I honestly just want to get some food in really quick. The only thing I'll say is I'm going to be making my family's top secret French toast stick recipe, so I'm not going to be able to share it with you guys. But just take my word for it, it is top-notch stuff. And what I'm gonna do is make some egg sandwiches out of that. So you guys have seen this time and time again, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and throw this on the skillet so it will be done and I can get to eat in here. And what I'm gonna be putting in that is some bacon. And you guys hate when I say this, but bacon is the most overrated food ever. I don't know why everyone loves it so much. It does not taste that good. There's nothing really that good about it. But if you do love bacon, if you're one of those people, look for the center cut bacon. The macros on this are probably even better than turkey bacon. So for 2 slices, you're looking at 3.5 fat, no carbs, and 6 protein. So not too bad there, and I just have those last few pieces left to get rid of that. We're gonna have a bagel with jelly, and that is gonna be basically it. This is the epitome of first world problems, I realized that, but I did not think this through because I need the toaster oven for the bagel and those homemade French toast sticks. So you can see that I got it full over here, and you guys know my issue is keeping everything warm. So I'm gonna have to wait for that to get done and then put the bagel in there, and my life is just in shambles. So to keep all this warm at the same time, what I did was cook the eggs until they were almost finished, and then just moved them over to the side and kind of moved that part of the skillet off the flame, and I could put the bacon in the same pan, because you guys know I don't want to be doing all types of dishes, and that just takes way too long, makes way too much of a mess. So I try to be as efficient as possible here. If you guys have been following along with the channel, you know this is my trick for egg sandwiches. You have to wrap them in aluminum foil. So what I'm going to do first is just lay down some syrup on here, just a little bit on each slice.
An 80s baby, and I need an 80s lady.
I probably should have only layered the egg on one side like I did over here. I might end up taking that off just so they'll go together a little bit better, and then all we have to do is lay some of the bacon on here and put them together, and I'll wrap them up, and then I'll just wait for that bagel to be done and we will be ready to eat. And if you're an impatient eater like myself, I'm just going to eat that right out of the pan. There's no way that's making it to the plate. As you can see, everything came together really well here, and I'm starving, so I'm gonna go eat this. I hope that I check back in with you guys before dinner, because you guys know sometimes I'll just disappear for like 10 hours and you won't hear from me. But I'm gonna make an effort to not let that happen.
So she approached me like, hello, you Stella. We got the purple rain, we don't need no umbrellas like,
Story of my life, guys. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a copyright notice from YouTube, so you can't use copyright music if you want to put ads on your videos. Which, if you guys ever notice, if I don't have ads on my videos, it's because I use copyright music and I just don't feel like taking it off, because I feel like it adds a lot to the videos. Not that you make a whole lot on the advertisements, but you do make some, and it is nice to make money off of this. However, sometimes I just bite the bullet, so I figured I would take you into one of the most intimate parts of my life, which is my iTunes library, because you guys comment a lot that you like the music selection, which I'm very, very happy about, because I spend a lot of time picking out songs and obviously foregoing money to put certain songs in the videos, but that's alright. So you see over here what we got, just all these songs. I don't even know how many songs I've got on here, guys. But what I do, the strategy that I take to these videos is when I drive to work, because I have a fairly decent commute, I'll put my iPod on shuffle, and then when a song comes on that I think has relevance to the channel, I'll take a picture of it on my phone so I don't forget, and then when I get home, I'll drag it from this computer that I'm on, and I'll drag it to Dropbox because I edit all my videos on that computer, so it's kind of a hassle. But it works out pretty good, and it's just a little bit easier than using a flash drive or anything like that. Another thing that I will do is I listen to Pandora a lot, so when a song comes on, I'll just take a screenshot, and then I'll come home and I'll find it on iTunes or something like that. And that is kind of how I find my music that I use for the videos. I know a lot of you guys ask questions about it. A lot of you ask certain artists and certain names, and a lot of times, yeah, I'll be including songs in the videos that are my friends. You guys probably know I do have friends that make music, so I am lucky in that regard because I can get away with their music since it doesn't have a copyright on it. And I'm trying to see if I can find anything in here like that. Oh, the song you guys just heard, when it was the French Toast, that was a friend of mine. So I'm pretty lucky there. So I'll just show you guys some of this. You guys might be a little bit interested. I don't know. If not, just skip this clip, I guess. So let's see who we got. It's probably some of your guys' favorite artists, except I did include country the other day and someone was not very happy about it. I don't know how to take that, guys. Country is great music, but I am a hip-hop head, you guys know that. So Drake, probably one of my favorites ever, and Eminem, obviously, might be the best ever. Him or Jay-Z, possibly, I don't know. Don't want to get in any debates there. But I'm telling you guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of country. So I just thought that some of you guys would be interested in seeing this, kind of the thought process that goes behind how I pick the music for the videos. And hopefully I can start picking music that doesn't have a copyright. But I don't mind, like Kurt Owen, if I can help him out at all, it's the least I can do to pay it forward to at least Brian. You guys know he's done a lot for me. If you guys see the font at the beginning of this video, Brian helped me get that. If you guys heard that transition sound when I went from the car to the kitchen, Brian gave that to me. So really, guys, I should just stop being so greedy because people do great things for me, and not that I'm even doing a whole lot for Kurt, but hopefully you guys go out there and check it out. I hope that you guys like it.
That's why nobody buys anymore. It's still in the stores. Let me know, where did the music go?
So you guys ever get really busy and don't really think about food, but then when you finally realize you're hungry, you're so hungry that you cannot even think straight? That is where I'm at right now. So I can't even explain the whole meal. I'm gonna have to eat something first or I will die. So what I'm gonna be having is a bag of salad, and this is something you probably don't ever see me eat, and the reason for that is because I'm a little bit cheap. And this bag, if it wasn't on sale, would be like $2.50, which doesn't sound like a whole lot of money, but this whole thing is just, you know, like 60 calories. So you don't really get a whole lot, and I'm not the conspiracy theorist that thinks the government is trying to make us fat by making quote-unquote healthy food expensive. It's just some foods are more expensive than others, guys. That's all that it is, and you're paying for the convenience because it's all cut up. But anyway, if this was cheaper, this is something that I would eat at least once a day. I would probably eat it for both lunch and dinner because it is a lot of volume, and you guys know that I love volume. So I'm going to have that, and then I'm going to add some of the best salad dressing that you can buy in the store, in my opinion, macro and flavor wise. It is a little bit expensive, but this was on sale as well. So I'm going to be using some of that, and once I get some actual food in my system, if you want to consider this food, rabbit food, then I'll go over the real stuff. It's amazing how much better I feel just from that. So now we can finally get to the food. What I'm going to do is put one of these salmon burgers on the skillet, and that is going to be step number one. I've got crab cakes in the oven. This is going to be like the first time you've seen me make, oh, I don't know what to call it, an adult dinner. Usually, you know, I'm playing with my food. I got macaroni on turkey burgers. This is gonna be kind of a sophisticated meal. I'm growing up on you guys. I saw us at McDonald's the other day. I was craving a milkshake, and I went there and I was looking on the menu and I saw a fruit and yogurt parfait, and it looked really good. Well, obviously it didn't look that good because I still got the milkshake, but I figured it was something that I could recreate here. So what I'm going to be using is some of this yogurt that I've shown you guys time and time again. We've got some blackberries, and for the granola I'm going to be using these Oats and Honey Nature Valley bars. These things are super good. So this is very easy. To turn this into granola, this is all you have to do. You've got granola.
Where did it go? Where can I find it? Don't even listen to the...
And to the salmon burger, we're going to add some of this peach mango salsa. And I know I've said this before, but this is the best salsa ever. It's always sold out when I go to the store, so that's got to be saying something. I'm not the only one here. So then I'm going to get the crab cakes, and this part will be done. I know you guys have to be impressed with this. This is probably the most gourmet meal you've ever seen me make, and even though this was very simple, I didn't really have to do anything on my end. I'm just really excited, and if I could, I would probably eat this same meal every single day, but you know, I'm not gonna find those sales all the time. I got all this stuff on sale. You guys know I don't like to eat my money, so what is one meal that you guys would eat all the time if money was not an option? There's a lot that I would eat, but there would for sure be seafood involved every single time. So I put that fruit and yogurt thing back in the freezer so it'll stay cold, and hopefully it'll get a little bit thicker, and then I'm gonna have that after this, and I'll show you guys when it comes out, and that's it, man. I just needed to reiterate how good these crab cakes are.
Listen to the radio. It's like nobody tries. That's why nobody buys.
I feel like it's pretty appropriate that I made this in a wine glass given the other food that I just ate, so I'm really interested to see how this turned out. I'm pretty sure McDonald's puts sugar in there, so it's probably not going to be as good. I probably should have put some sweetener in there or something like that, but that's alright. So we're going to try to pick this apart. I got to be careful because everyone knows that no matter how you eat these things, this granola, well, it is granola now, these granola bars, it will get all over the place. It's the only thing that's worse than rice cakes in terms of making a mess. So I'm gonna be extremely careful. Well, it was pretty good. The only problem is now I really want a McDonald's milkshake, and I don't think that's gonna happen tonight. So when I get back, I will show you guys the rest of the food. I really cannot get this milkshake thing off of my mind, so this is how we are gonna end the day. And I know I just did this a few weeks ago, but I used strawberry yogurt and what was it, chocolate protein powder. Well, now I'm gonna be using the MTS peanut butter fluff, and you guys know how good I think this stuff is. I really wanna try the red velvet and the gourmet cookies and cream, so hopefully I get my hands on that soon. But I just added 2 scoops of that, half serving of yogurt, some almond milk. I did 1 serving of Cookie Crisp, and I'm also gonna throw a Pop-Tart in here. And I don't know about you guys, but I think this is, I don't know, I have a hard time doing it because I would much rather just eat that on the side. I just feel like you get more volume, and if you're a volume eater, you probably can relate to that. But I figured if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it right. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm also gonna throw, let's see, I think I've got it in here, that Better and peanut butter. I have a few more servings of that I think left, so I'm just gonna finish that off, and that's gonna be the food.
How happy we could be.
I'm not impressed with the consistency. A milkshake to me would be a much more thicker consistency. However, what I can say is that it tastes amazing. And the MTS Peanut Butter Fluff is really good stuff, but I'm not gonna even say that this is the best protein shake I've ever made, because think about it, guys. Yeah, there's protein powder in there, but I put a Pop-Tart, Cookie Crisp cereal, what else? Peanut butter. I mean, come on, that is not even a protein shake at that point. It's pretty much just a junk bowl in liquid form. And where was I the other day? I don't remember, but it was some supplement company that was handing out protein brownies, promoting their protein supplement. And I was like, oh, it's pretty good, what's in it? And they're like, well, something, and then they finally listed heavy whipping cream. And I was like, okay, anything is gonna taste good with heavy whipping cream. Who are you fooling here? So, can't give myself credit, but this is delicious. So, not McDonald's, but it'll do. Totals for the day are 67 fat, 487 carbs, and 201 protein. And that, my friends, is going to be another video in the books. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the music. Let me know your thoughts, and if you have any suggestions of people you think I should listen to, let me know. I'm always looking for new music, as I'm sure you guys can tell. And let me know what your favorite genre of music is. Even if you're like me and you like every genre out there except classical music. I can't get into that, but let me know what your favorite is, and let me know your favorite artist. That would be hard. I don't even know if I could pick one. You guys saw me trying to earlier. Maybe, I don't know, Eminem would probably be up there. But then, like I said, it's a coin toss. Eminem, J. I'm not getting into this. This video's over. But please like the video.
Don't even want to remember your name. I'm gonna walk my way out of your life. I hope that you will do the same.